snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I came home to my mum's house and there were quite a lot of books and packages waiting for me. So I unwrapped them all and now I'm going to show you guys what I got in them. Some of them were Secret Santas, which I'm so grateful for, and some of them were books that I had been sent by publishers and a few I bought myself. So let's get started. The first book that I have to show you guys is this one. It is the second one, I believe, in the Newbery and Hobbs series by George Mann, and this one is called the Osiris Ritual, and I was very kindly sent this one by Titan Books. I already owned book number 1 in the series. I haven't read it yet, but I do definitely want to, and so now I have the second one as well. I think it's a kind of steampunk series. Don't know an awful lot about it besides that, but I have heard good things and I am looking forward to reading it. So let me know if you guys have read it or heard of it or what you think of the series. The next book that I have is one I was very kindly sent by the author. This is The Dragon's Blade, The Reborn King, and it's by Michael R. Miller. It is an independent author who is published through a small press which is called Acorn. He contacted me and asked me if I would like a copy of his book, and I think you'll all agree that the cover of this is stunning. So beautiful, so I definitely thought it would be worth checking out. I had a look at the synopsis and it sounded like something I would really like. It says, dragons once soared in the skies, but that was before the transformation, before they took human form. Now demonic forces stand to obliterate them. When left mortally wounded, the prince of the dragons can only be saved through a dangerous rebirthing spell. He is left as a babe in human hands. 20 years later, Dania is of age to wield the dragon's blade. As the last member of his bloodline, he is the only one who can. He is plunged into a role he is not prepared for, to lead a people he does not know. Shadowy demons ravage his new home and the alliance between humans, dragons and fairies has fractured. Time is short, for new threats and deadlier enemies are emerging. So it sounds like it's going to be a good fantasy, really interesting, really fun, quite classic. I'm looking forward to it. It's also really, really dense and heavy, so it's very well published. And it's about 400 pages long. It should be one that I'm getting to fairly soon because I'm quite excited about it and it sounds really, really fun. So hopefully it's a good one. The next one that I have is more of a pamphlet than a book, and this is the 100 Poems written by Jen Campbell. Jen has a YouTube channel which I will link down below. She's lovely, so you should all go and check her out. And she recently did a challenge which was over 48 hours. She had to write 100 poems for charity, and because I sponsored her for that, I managed to get myself one of these limited edition little pamphlets with all 100 of the poems that she wrote in that 48 hours inside this book. So haven't read them yet, but I'm super excited to do so. It's quite short, it won't take me that long. The next one that I got is this one. It is I Am Malala, and this one is a very, very exciting one because it was actually a Secret Santa Elfster present. I got this from Taylor. I'll put a link to her channel below because she is so lovely and I really, really enjoy chatting to her on Voxer all the time, and she's so sweet, so kind, and I was so thankful to get this in the post because I've actually seen that this is being, I think, made into a film, or maybe it has already come out in a film. I've heard of this only through the film. I didn't actually know it was a book originally, so I'm so excited to be able to read this. It's called I Am Malala, and the tagline says, "The girl who stood up for education and was shot by the Taliban." It sounds like it's going to be heart-wrenching. I've been really wanting to read some more non-fiction recently, and she sounds like an incredible lady, so I'm so excited to read about her and find out how she's helped and what she's been doing with her life, because it sounds like she's had a really crazy, influential life, and I'm looking forward to it, so I can't wait for that. Thank you, Taylor, so much. The next one that I have is also a Christmas present. This one is Kit's Wilderness. It's by David Ormond, and he is the author of Skellig, if any of you guys know that one. He's a British author, I believe, and I'm quite excited for this because it's quite short, but it sounds like it's going to be a really fun one. I think it's actually described as children's fiction. It says inside, the Watson family moves to Stonygate, an old coal mining town, to care for Kit's recently widowed grandfather. When Kit meets John Askew, another boy whose family has both worked and died in the mines, Askew invites Kit to join him in a game called Death. As Kit's grandfather tells him stories of the mines past and the history of the Watson family, Askew takes Kit to the mines, where the boys look for the childhood ghosts of their long-gone ancestors. So it sounds like it's going to be a really interesting one, quite short, quite quick to get to. So I was sent this really kindly by my friend Will, who has a blog. I will put a link to his blog. Please do go and check it out because he is fabulous and he's very kindly sent this to me, so that was very, very wonderful. He also sent me chocolates from America, which were super delicious, so that was exciting too. But thank you again, Will. The next ones I got from Macmillan, so thank you so much to Macmillan for sending these to me. The first two of them I actually requested, and then the other one they just sent along. So this one is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagara. I think that's how you say it. I might be saying that wrong. And many of you guys will probably know that this was on the Man Booker Prize shortlist, and I am very interested in it. I don't know a lot about it. It is really big, so the title is quite misleading because it is actually massive. It's not a fantasy, it is a kind of literary fiction, I believe. It says, when 4 classmates from a small Massachusetts college move to New York and make their way, they're broke, adrift and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition. There is kind, handsome William, an aspiring actor, JB, a quick-witted, sometimes cruel painter pursuing fame in the art world, Malcolm, a frustrated architect at a prominent firm, and withdrawn, brilliant, enigmatic Jude, who serves at the centre of gravity. Sounds interesting. I know a lot of people have said that this is really heartbreaking and tragic, so I'm going to go into it with some tissues, I think, because that sounds like the way to do things. This next one was, again, one that I requested from Macmillan, and they very, very kindly sent this along to me. I'm sure you will all agree that this has the best cover in the world. It is fantastic. Furiously Happy, a funny book about horrible things by Jenny Lawson. It sounds fantastic. I believe it deals with mental health. I don't really know a lot more about it than that, but look at the cover, guys. It's fantastic. In Furiously Happy, Jenny Lawson explores her lifelong battle with mental illness, a hysterical, ridiculous book about depression and anxiety. That sounds like a terrible idea, but terrible ideas are what Jenny does best. As she says herself, like John Hughes wrote in The Breakfast Club, we're all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it. Except go back and cross out the word hiding. I think it sounds like it's going to be a really, really fun look at mental health, which sounds very bizarre to say, but I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I think it'll be pretty awesome. And then this next one I was sent by them. It's called The Constant Queen, and it's by Joanna Courtney. It says, a daring queen, a Viking warrior, and an epic love story. Don't know an awful lot about this really, other than I guess it's historical fiction. It says, 1066, 3 queens, 1 crown. You need not take England without me, Harry, because I will be your constant queen, there with you, there for you. Elizaveta is a princess of Kiev, but that doesn't stop her chasing adventure. Defying convention, she rides the rapids of Dnipro alongside her royal brothers and longs to rule in her own right as queen. Elizaveta meets her match when the fearsome Viking warrior Haradrada arrives at her father's court and seeks fame and fortune. He entrusts Elizaveta to be his treasure keeper, holding the keys to his ever-growing wealth and eventually to his heart. Theirs is a fierce romance, and the strength of their love binds them together as they travel across the vast seas to Denmark, Sweden, Norway and Iceland. Sounds like it's going to be a good one. I haven't read a lot of historical fiction recently, and I do really, really enjoy it when I do read it. So I'm very grateful for this, and I'm hoping it will be a lot of fun. So it is already out if you guys want to check it out, as are all of the other ones that I've shown you from publishers. And the final one that I have to show you guys today is this one, which is Nothing to Envy, Ordinary Lives in North Korea by Barbara Demek. This one I've heard so many good things about, and I was so incredibly grateful to get this because it was my secret Santa from Chelsea, whose channel is The Reading Outlaw. She is so lovely. She's like one of my best friends on YouTube, and I would highly recommend that you all go and check her out because she reads a lot of awesome stuff. And I recently read In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park with her and with Eleanor, and we had a great time doing it, even though it was a very sad, very tragic book. So we all decided we wanted to read a bit more about North Korea, and very kindly she picked this one up for me. She's already read it, I believe, and said it was tragic and devastating and wonderful, so cannot wait to read this. And I actually really like the American cover. I don't really like the one that is the UK cover, so I'm very happy to have this one. And I can't wait to check it out. So thank you so much, Chelsea, and I will definitely be reading this very, very soon in the new year. Thank you all for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts on any of the books that I got. I know there wasn't an awful lot of fantasy in this one, but that's mainly because a lot of them are presents and a lot of them I was sent from publishers, so I didn't actually buy any of these really myself. Do leave me all your comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all in another video very soon. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat about books.